What's up, everybody? All right, I got couple things I want to get off my chest. It's game day. We got Arkansas on the books, and Arkansas is hot garbage. They're worse than Ole Miss, and I probably shouldn't say that since Ole Miss had the game of their life against LSU last weekend. I'm driving. I'm on my way to go do some favors for some friends of mine. So this is what you're getting this week in regards to video. So a quick preview, and I mean really quick, on LSU versus Arkansas. Arkansas got their ass kicked by Western Kentucky. And if you put together the scout team for LSU, that's Western Kentucky. So that should give you an idea on why the spread is started at 46, and I think it's at 44 now for LSU to win. And I don't even know if LSU's going to cover, because this damn well better be a game where we see Miles Brennan in the second half throwing the ball, not running the ball, handing the ball off. That bullshit about him just handing it off, that's a result of him throwing the pick six against Vanderbilt. So Coach O probably doesn't trust him. And I just want to tell you guys that coach speak that you heard from Coach O a couple days ago, where he says, next year I hope that Miles Brennan can take the lead and lead the team next year. He said some shit like that. Man, let me tell you something. I'm probably gonna get burnt for this, but Miles Brennan ain't starting for LSU next year, and I don't think he's the answer. He's not gonna be Joe Burrow, because nobody's gonna be Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow's having like a lifetime achievement award kind of year, where this dude is like breaking fucking records. So don't expect that every year, but you can expect 3/4 of this production next year with a good quarterback. I honestly think if LSU doesn't like what they see with Miles, and Peter Parrish isn't ready yet, I don't even think they look toward the freshman. I think they get a grad transfer, and I already know who they're thinking. I think we all do. So anyway, look, let's get back to last week. I want to get something off my chest. So we gave up a shit ton of yards to Ole Miss, mostly the quarterback. And first, nobody want to give credit to Ole Miss and that running quarterback. That dude is faster than everybody on LSU's team, even Trey Palmer. That little boy is fast. And don't let the skin color fool you. That little boy is fast, okay? That dude he got some wheels. I would love to see his 40 time official. So there's two things, right? So people expect LSU to dominate defensively, and they just hadn't done it this year. They've done it in spots, and they've gotten off the field in big time games when they needed to. But in my opinion, LSU was up 31-7 at the half, and they just checked out. Call it what it is. LSU checked out, and you blame the coaching staff for that. You don't blame the players for that. They're kids, right? They're men, but they're kids. So they were up 31-7, and the temperature was below freezing at some point. They were like, man, I just want to get out of here. That you've seen arm tackles, you've seen some not non-elite play. Let's just call it that. So look, I'm not giving them a mulligan. I would expect them to play for 4 quarters, because you're there to play. Guess what, dude? You get a scholarship to play ball, play 4 quarters. All right? Give them a little blame, but mostly I think that's on the coaches, because they didn't have them mentally prepared. All they heard was, we're going to have a letdown after Alabama. Well, that's why they came out guns a-blazing the first half. And then once they were up 31-7, they all knew. They looked in the mirror for halftime and said, well, this is over. What they didn't expect is for Ole Miss to continue fighting. And Ole Miss fought. They suck as a team. They don't have a lot of good players. That's why it's such a shocker that they ran up on LSU like that. Before that game, I think LSU was second in the SEC against the run. That's another reason why it's such a shocker. But look, I'm over it, but I never really made any follow-ups on the Ole Miss game. I really feel like LSU, they just checked out mentally. I wouldn't expect that to happen this week because of the opponent. And more so, I could promise you Coach Joe challenged the defense this week and said, who are you really? Look in the mirror. Do you really want to be Oklahoma, or do you want to be LSU? So I'll give you a quick score prediction for tonight. Before Burrow gets out of the game, rather be the end of the third quarter or the end of the half. Burrow will throw for 5 touchdowns. Oh, Lord, that was almost a wreck. Burrow will throw for at least 5 touchdowns before they pull him. And I can see it being like 42-14, 42-17. We will give up some points. You know, before Miles gets in the game, and after that, you have no fucking clue what's going to happen. So, at the end of the day, if LSU scores 60, I'm not shocked. If they score 48 and 40, excuse me, and 41 of that is in the first 3 quarters, I wouldn't be shocked at that either. I don't see LSU giving up more than 17. Even when the backups come in, they're just too good personnel-wise, and they're at home. It's night game at LSU. We know what that's about. We'll see. You know, we'll see. I'm not concerned about Ohio State, but those little trolls are starting to get on my nerves. All you Ohio State fans out there, y'all need to worry about today. Penn State could bite you in the ass, even though they're not that tough of a team. I think ESPN and all the majors out there in the media world is making a big to-do out of nothing because they want to create interest for the team who has no competition in the Big Ten. Because we obviously know they're going to win the Big Ten with no problems. So they want to create interest, right? Well, they all know that Clemson's schedule sucks. It would just look really bad for college football if Ohio State's conference sucks as well. And they don't suck as bad as the ACC. They got some top-tier teams. But come on now. Do we really need to get into who they played? Cincinnati? Cincinnati wouldn't come out 4th in the West in the SEC, okay? So they need to zip it with that. And honestly, Wisconsin, they don't even know how to throw the forward pass. Wisconsin is LSU with Brandon Harris or with, dare I say, Jordan Jefferson, okay? I'm sorry. That's our guys. But we couldn't throw the ball worth of shit when they were playing. Or let's just call it a Les Miles team. In Wisconsin, like a Les Miles coach team, you know how to beat those teams. You load the box, you dare them to throw the ball, and you usually beat them. You know, we know who LSU played. And not only am I biased, but I'm right. Okay? LSU battle tested. LSU got in a few bar fights before this match. And when I mean this match, I mean Georgia. And once we beat Georgia into the playoff, and fuck that one game at a time shit, we win in the SEC. This team, this quarterback, this coaching staff, this year. I'm telling you right now. All right. You guys have a good one. So let's call it possibly 60 points tonight. No, we're not giving up more than 17. I know that's pretty vague and a gray area. I just don't know what Miles is going to do once he gets into the game. And assuming nobody gets hurt. So, hey, we'll see. I'll be back tomorrow. I will have another video. I'll be in my office so we won't be yelling like a fool. Hope the audio didn't suck too bad. And go Tigers. Later.